KTIV Sioux City, Iowa. And we will show first regular speed and then slow.
Here you go.
Oh, plane coming in.
Oh my God. There's the cartwheel.
Obviously being shot through a fence.
Oh my God, how did anybody survive?
Whoa!
Oh my God. Oh, that's going to win them and everything. Right.
Camera one. Back to the 2, shot camera 6, box camera 2, 17, 12.
I think 3-2. Recapping what we can tell you, Flight 232, United Airlines, has crashed in Sioux City, Iowa, with 290 people on board.
She's got the guy who saw the crash.
Is somebody on the phone with the control room?
Yes, go.
We're being told the plane crashed and split in half on impact. We don't know what the weather conditions were, and we don't, at this point, know if all 290 people on board have in fact died. We will continue to follow this story for you.
We're going to kill the 40s. Weather's dead.
Are we coming out to 6:30? 6:30 block is next, everybody.
Let's establish with Jackie the satellite desk, and that all information comes from there from now on. Everything, okay? And it'll be cut-ins throughout the night.
What time and out?
Yeah, 56.
On the second bite?
Second bite. LQ is 1985.
What did they say about 1985?
Hey, Ralph.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Oh, I got it. I just got it. Oh,
Sorry about that. Sorry about it. It was plugged in the back line. All right, we've got IFB and satellite.
Hey, do we have that tape?
Elmo, you got that tape? We got it.
All right. Same roll cue. We're going to toss to Jackie Bales on the satellite desk, the same bite we used last
We're
time.
coming out to an unmarked page. Do you have it? Tonight at Jumbo Passenger Jet? Okay, put that at the very top. That's a Rick Reed. Can we get
All
the
right,
crash?
everybody's ignoring Rick Chambers at this point.
Coming out to 2 shots?
No, coming out to Rick. Okay, we're coming out to the top of this block with Rick.
Let me know what you're doing and I'll cue to it.
Jackie, the FAA judge I just told CNN 80 survivors.
They've got 3 trucks.
80 survivors.
They said the problem started with the tail engine of this plane. It failed, and that crippled the plane.
What tail engine?
On the whatever the configuration of this plane is, the tail engine failed. I don't know how many it has.
I believe on the 10 there is a tail engine.
It's 1, 2, 3, right?
2 on the side, 1 on the back.
And when it landed at the airport, the right wing dipped and caught the runway, which is what caused the cartwheel and then the explosion.
Sat 5.
Are you with me?
There was.
Rick, can you hear me? Okay, you're up as soon as we can get you. I guess you heard about this plane crash. We're scrambling here.
Shane, if you can get this tape upstairs, you tell them there's 2 bites. There's a hospital bite and this bite. She wants the hospital bite first. It's already up there.
The hospital bite's already up there?
Yeah.
And she's going to go back on camera between them?
Right.
Okay, I'll go to the control room and you take the tape. You go on camera between them, Jackie?
Yeah.
45 seconds to you, Jackie. Denise will be tossing you.
We want to bring you up to date now on that United Airlines Flight 232 crash in Sioux City, Iowa. Channel 7's Jackie Bales is standing by at the satellite desk with more. Jackie?
Denise, the FAA has just said now there are 80 survivors in this devastating plane crash in Sioux City, Iowa. The plane was en route from Denver to Chicago when tried to make an emergency landing. The FAA now says the plane suffered a failure in its tail engine, and that's what started the problems. The right wing then dipped. That caused the cartwheel. When the wing dipped into the ground, the plane never made it to the runway. The plane cartwheeled and exploded.
Likely to change. What's the latest number for the number of people?
287 passengers, 11 crew.
87, 97, 98. Okay, that's like that.
98 total.
Caesar, got him?
Best Western. It's the Best Western.
Are you still on the phone now? She's got the guy who saw the crash. All right. His name was Farrar? No, that's FAA.
Maintenance man of the Best Western in Sioux City.
Who saw it? All right, we're waiting on the phone for a guy who's on his way to the phone. He is the maintenance man at the Best Western Motel in Sioux City. I'll get it for you. He saw it happen. He's on the way to the phone.
They put me on hold.
Well, who's upstairs to take the quantification?
Can you go upstairs?
Here's the very latest on the situation in Sioux City, Iowa. There's been a disaster near an airport at a runway at that Sioux City, Iowa airport. A United Airlines DC-10 crashed in a ball of fire during an emergency landing attempt. The DC-10 radioed air traffic controllers that he was having some kind of problem with the plane's hydraulic system. An FAA spokesman says the plane experienced complete hydraulic failure.
Tell him to say goodnight.
Wrap on the floor. Wrap.
That does it for us at 6:30. I'm Denise White.
And I'm Rick Sanchez. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bella's working on Jordan Green right now, who's a flight safety
He won't talk to
expert.
us. He's had a heart attack and he says he won't.
Yeah, heart attack.
Really?
He had a silent heart attack and doesn't want to be involved in this at
Oh,
all.
Wayne
Wayne Williams is available.
Well, let me make this suggestion, because we don't know who we're going to be working with out there. Would it be in our best interest to put together a what happened overview and then toss to somebody live in Sioux City? What's happening? What do you see? Don't worry.
That Denise White could do that, right? Or
But what are we going to use? Graphics? I mean, who knows what we're going to get
have
in?
some
We ought to
kind
have
of
tape.
by 10 o'clock.
By 10.
But we could do a satellite desk type thing. I'm just trying to think, because in a way, you almost want to set this up at the top of the, you don't want to delay getting to this stuff.
you don't want it to.
But on the other hand, remember how when we had the hurricane stuff and we set up with, we're here.
Why don't we have that as a backup? Because I think if we can go live from the scene at the top, let's get there.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if
you
we
wanna
can
go
get to
live
the
to the scene
scene at
as
the
fast
top
as
of the
you can.
show, let's get there.
But the only thing, at one point, remember at 10 o'clock it's going to be dark. It's going to be lit up, but what you see is probably going to be minimized by the darkness. So you may want to go to
Best
some pictures. You may want to go to these.
Don't
are
forget,
the
there's smoke trailing off. There's fires. You ought to get some flames.
The NBC
survivors
pictures were
and
not
all
bad.
that stuff. I mean, you could get some screaming and yelling and stuff.
I agree with you. I agree with you. You want to get there live as soon as possible, but I'm just trying to. You want to keep it where you can control it. We don't
forget, nobody's going to leave us tonight. It's a big story. They're going to tune in for us and not going to leave us. They know what they can get.
7 o'clock press conference in Chicago.
7 o'clock
7
their
o'clock
time,
press
8 our
conference,
time.
yeah, which is 8 o'clock our time. John Bell, we've got a bad fire with badly burned victims, a baby and a mother.
Oh, we have to send Kelleher over there.
Fragga.
Oh,
Yeah, let's get Bud back. We gotta get Bud back on the way and see.
We got pictures coming in right now.
Right now?
Right now. CNN.
Come on, come on.
TIV Sioux City, Iowa. And we will show first regular speed and then slow. Here you go. Oh, plane coming in.
Oh my God. There's the cartwheel.
Obviously being shot through a fence.
Oh my God, how did anybody survive?
Whoa!
Oh my God. Oh, that's going to win them and
Dragged on the ground and caused the airplane then to go into a cartwheel type motion and to slide down the runway, breaking up very badly. The captain of the aircraft told the FAA that there were 290 passengers on board.
We just got this stuff. Let me see, hang on. That was the actual crash. How much?
You want to run it up?
Probably 20 seconds. Okay,
great.
Speed in slow motion.
Great.
Coming out to 53, 53.1, and 53.2, and then coming out to 56.
Yeah, this is it.
Denise, you going to use that, babe?
Yeah, right here.
All right. We'll use it at 10:30 too.
Okay.
no, hey. Wait a minute, what are you? Well, we chip roll. Okay.
This is something that just came over. This is great stuff. Plane going in, cartwheeling on the strip, and I'm talking about cartwheeling. It does just that. I've got to get. Yes, I got to get your press conference stuff.
This is a Channel 7 News special report.
Good evening, I'm Steve Dawson in the Channel 7 newsroom with more on the crash of United Flight 232 in Sioux City, Iowa.
The last 10 seconds of it, we grabbed a baby and ran out. But, I mean, he is dynamite. He describes what it was like to be inside the plane when it crashed. Oh, great. So it was really good. There she is.
One of our engines had quit, had blown, and then had quit. We circled around for about a half hour so the pilots could try to figure out how they could maneuver the plane. And then they told us that we would have a crash landing. It rolled over twice, I think, and then it burst into flames.
A United Airlines official in Chicago has just finished answering questions about the crash. Among other things, he said the carrier is going over the passenger list in order to notify the relatives of the victims and survivors.
Right now, both of you are going to make it there about midnight, 1 a.m.
All right.
Okay? What's going to count is you guys are going to have to get some rest or whatever on the way, because what's going to count is at 1 a.m. you're going to have to start divvying up about every 15 minutes tomorrow morning at from 6 to 9. We're going to be going. It's going to be live all the way.
Mike, I'll tell you again, believe me, you'll get there, and what you should do is just turn the camera on, and you won't repeat anything.
So we got a lady and a baby falling out the plane, and then I looked back and there were just flames, and I ran into the cornfield.
That's it. Is that what you wanted? And it runs from 42 to 55. It's 13 seconds long.
All right.
And
all right, now I need to look at the top of it. We're going to use a quick little bit for the headline on the 10 o'clock news.
Trying to get a whole lot of video together, otherwise when we get to 10 o'clock tonight and we've got all of our stories to cut, we're going to have about 12.5 tapes of all this kind of stuff. And it'll be editing here, we're trying to put all this together and trying to get it to hit the air.
Well, that's how we look at it.
It's real crazy. This is going to be like right at night. It's going to be fly by the seat of our pants. Live things making into straight packages making into live things. Rundowns in. No loosey-goosey, okay? Just don't.
I heard there's like a fire too aside from the plane.
Yeah, there's like a major fire. There's also a bomb threat at the airport. There's all kinds of good stuff going on.
You're quiet the whole time. You watch your monitor, you let it play out. Right there is about where it ends.
Okay.
Look at it again.
Once again.
The jumbo. Now this is in slow-mo, so you got some time.
For an emergency landing. Instead, it cartwheels. It tumbles over and over, then smashes to a stop and ends in a fiery explosion. Think of it. Dozens of people were able to walk away from this inferno.
I'd leave it run. You're fine on this. You're fine on this. Okay? All right? You got it? You want to cue this up properly? Yeah. Thanks. Just make sure that the secret that first time around is for you just to stop. And you got to keep your head down on that monitor.
Okay.
And as soon as you see it cut back, boom, you go again with it.
We may be going live to certain things that say tape. We're going to be coming back at some point in here to a live shot from Sioux City. Just be ready to roll more crash stuff. We have this, the Wayne Williams thing. We've got a 30-second tape down here of crash stuff that we can roll at any point. Have that ready to go at any point, because maybe we'll go to that when we do our live shot from Sioux City. You just need to be flexible as hell.
I used that twice. You know that? Thanks.
A major crash involving a DC10 in Chicago. Be expecting what? Who knows at this point? I don't know. Things are crashing and burning. I don't know.
Melissa? CONUS is screwing us. Be careful. You may not have your eyes live. FYI.
What about Braga? Down here for Braga.
Let us know. You're just going to have to be flexible on that right now. I don't know.
We're flexible like this whole block. That's the problem. Sally, I'm sorry. What was the cue again to that 10-second SOT?
Let's go to the news web. Satellite Desk is monitoring all information that becomes available for a quick recap of what we know so far, and at that point we would cut to you for you to wrap around maybe a minute's worth of here's what we know.
No, just out there.
Also, guys, be prepared. The one thing that's going to be real iffy is page 8.5, the package from Chicago. That may or may not be there, so we all need to be ready to jump out of that.
How much time we got?
About 5 minutes.
Okay, Melissa.
We're about to do a plane crash in Iowa from Miami, and it's going to be crazy. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, team. Here we are.
5-1, 5-2, 5-3 float. We go from 4 to page 5-5. Right now they say 5-5 will probably be Steve.
Yeah.
Do we have Denise?
You have to stand by generic. It's got to have
45 seconds away.
Just toss back to Steve. You'll be receding from Steve, and you will toss back to Steve.
Jackie, you're going to be doing this.
So just say your last line and then say, Steve.
20.
Crime check is probably going to float.
Scott?
Check all your locks. Call somebody else in to get help. Yeah. 10. Stand by.
There's no 3 tapes for the headlines. One tape, the Chiron will go over the tape, not the camera.
Do we have Denise on the satellite desk yet? We don't have that camera
I
up?
have camera 8 in your router somewhere.
At least not to me. Can you do that starting early?
Tonight on Channel 7 News at 10.
So we would have a crash landing.
We have Team 7 coverage of the crash.
Survived the disaster.
Dozens of people survived the disaster.
Chiron, go.
A special edition of Channel 7 News at 10 is next.
All right.
Okay, ready 17, sound full.
Sally Fitz.
Don't read this tape coming up.
Steve Dawson. Crime Check with Rick Sanchez. Good evening. United Airlines DC10 has crashed in Sioux City, Iowa.
At least 298 people were on board, and remarkably, many of those people are still alive tonight.
18, go.
You're looking at actual pictures of the crash
Okay, now
as
you're on
it
18.
happened.
And sound up on 18. If there's
There really
any,
is no sound
keep
on
your
here.
mic open, have her talk then.
She's rehearsed
But it's
this.
boring, she's not talking.
Let's
Okay,
look
we'll
at
come
this
back to,
once again.
Trust me, trust me.
The
Okay,
jumbo
fine.
jet trying to come in for an emergency
what,
landing. Instead,
2 inserts south, please.
it cartwheels.
2 inserts south.
It tumbles over and over,
And then you over to south. Okay, that's fine.
then
Little
smashes
looser, too.
to a stop.
Little looser.
It ends in a fiery explosion. Think of it. Dozens of people were able to
long
walk
is this
away
tape?
from this inferno. We have extensive
And back on
Team
camera,
7
go.
coverage of the crash tonight,
ready,
and in
camera
just a
8.
moment,
Stand by,
we'll go
Denise.
live to the crash
Ready,
scene.
Denise on camera
But
8.
first, let's go
Stand
quickly
by.
to Denise White at our satellite desk for a quick overview of what happened. Denise?
113 people have survived the crash of United Flights 232, and we also understand that 60 people are hospitalized in the Sioux City area.
Melissa,
What?
you know anything about Sioux City being canceled?
Yes, he called me up and said it was canceled, but it was in the middle of all the screaming, Pat. Hang on.
We are told that 185 passengers were killed in the crash. United Airlines, however, is not confirming the exact number of survivors or the exact number of people who were killed.
This runs 101. It's a quick out.
Before we hit, the plane broke in half right in front of me,
Out of this, you will do the tape with the 6-year-old. Yes.
I think. And then it burst into flames.
Now, that was an unidentified survivor. We spoke with a survivor from United Airlines Crash 232. Now we would like to tell you to listen to a 6-year-old boy who was a passenger on that plane.
The plane crashed and got upside down.
The plane went upside down? What do you remember about it?
We had to unbuckle our seatbelts.
You unbuckled your seatbelt? How did you get out?
The back of the airplane.
Yeah. And what do you remember seeing around you?
Cornfields.
What was that, honey?
Cornfields.
A 6-year-old boy, a survivor of United Airlines Crash 232.
Rap on the floor. Rap.
We still don't know exactly what happened. Of course, the FAA will investigate, and we'll get more information to you as it becomes available. Steve?
Thank you, Denise. That's a lot of information to handle. Denise White reporting from the satellite.
I'm sorry, I had another 20 seconds of information left.
Okay, I guess Jackie Bales at the update.
Is it here?
They're bringing it up right now.
Okay.
That's it, John. Let's pop it and turn it. The whole thing.
Aurelio, put 8.5 back in. Put 8.5 back in. We do have that package.
Alcuis didn't say anything because we have to cut off his line. Didn't throw it out for him. It was in the show. Supers are already on. I'm sorry.
Supers are on the tape. Hang on, everybody. Steve, be ready. If we do get the Chicago package up, you'll still do 8.5, but for now it's out. Yes, it's going to be Steve.
What might have caused the crash of United Flight 232?
Okay, listen to me. After this interview, we're going to do 8.5, and it'll be Sally.
8.5.
After this interview, Sally will do page 8.5.
Airline analyst Wayne Williams joins us live from his...
And Aurelio, you did hear this. After this interview, we're doing 8.5.
Ready 2 inserts south. And take 3. Hand left, little 3. There you go. Sultana, stay here. Okay, ready 2 inserts south. And 2.
Attention tonight at O'Hare International Airport as family members wait for word on whether their loved ones survived the tragedy. Jim Williams has more on the crash and on the mood in Chicago.
This is a very short package. Sally, if you'll say again. That was the reporter's name. Jim Williams reporting from Chicago. And then Sally, if you'll please read.
101, Bobby. 101.
We have that. And then on the 2-shot, let's toss to break.
I'm
We have
finding
a lot
out.
more news coming up. We'll be right back.
Melissa.
Okay?
Melissa, talk
All
to
right.
me. What are we
Sally's
doing?
going to do 9.2, and then they're going to, on a 2-shot toss to break with no video. Lots more other news tonight, and then we go to break. Okay?
9.2. What is 9.2?
9. This tape. So she's just going to read this Page, and then we're gonna toss the break with no video on the break. Stand by on this. We're almost done.
Okay, ready one. After you
She's
didn't
reading
say
9.2 next, and then we're gonna toss the break. Quick out. No, we didn't.
This is not right.
Trust me.
Okay. Okay, ready one. Quiet down. Ready one. Didn't say anything.
Just
Put 9.2 in the gate.
And they didn't say anything.
Take one cue.
All right, we have
9.2 in the prompter.
coverage throughout our newscast. We
So
also
get
have
it out of the
our
garbage and don't
channel
argue.
tonight.
Jesus,
Channel
we're going to break now, right?
This is all. Now they're going to do a two-shot
Ready
tease. Little
two,
break.
and then
from them throughout the day and also tomorrow.
And take two. Music under, please.
And we'll be back with more
Ready,
coverage
15?
of Flight 232
Slow
and the
pull
other
back,
news
2.
of the day in just a moment.
And 15, so.
Recapping tonight's top stories, a United Airlines DC10 carrying close to 300 people crashed and burst into flames while trying to make an emergency landing in Sioux City, Iowa.
Well, that's our report. Our Team 7 coverage of the crash of United Flight 232 will continue tomorrow morning on Today in Florida beginning at 6. We will have live reports from Channel 7's Michael Williams and Jeff Michaels. Both are in Sioux City, Iowa at the scene of the crash, and that's Today in Florida from 6 to 9 tomorrow morning. I'm Steve Dawson.
And I'm Sally Fitz. For all of us on the Channel 7 News team, thanks for watching. Good night.
Good night.
Coming in.
Oh, my God. There's the cartwheel.
Obviously being shot through a fence.
Oh, my God. How did anybody survive?
Whoa!
Oh, my God.
How did you get out?
The back of the airplane.
Yeah. And what do you remember seeing around you?
Cornfields.
What was that, honey?
Cornfields.